I think we are this time. Are you recording, Siri, by the way?
I am now.
Okay. So
I'm
I
not.
gave
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I gave the recap. So as you see, the slowly and surely, the tension still is visible. You see that the town
Wait,
guard, is starting.
Leslie's not. Leslie, you're muted. Hang on.
Yeah, do my thing. Either he
You
was
probably
getting.
should have asked if everybody was ready before you dove right in.
I asked.
And Leslie didn't say anything.
So,
Yeah, some people are just impatient around here.
Fair enough. So let's wait for Lizzie. Did he say what he was gonna do?
Did he?
No, I don't believe he did.
That's why I'm asking.
Did who do what?
okay.
Are you ready, Leslie?
Yes, I just
Yeah,
told you guys.
yeah,
I'm gonna
Yeah, he was gonna get
Okay.
food. Yeah.
Muted is the thing.
Yes, because I was getting food. I told you guys where I went. Did you guys not know?
Yeah, I know.
Happy you checked.
Okay, so as you see that the Black Powder militia is trying to disperse the situation, like have people not be so trying to pry in what's going on. The Republicans, they are in a temporarily are backing off back to the tavern, and the cons at first they they seem to be moving back to the city plaza, but they stop and they look at all of you. You see that the older figure, the one that has the golden eyes and multiple piercings around his ears and nose, with the grayish hair and the gray beard, he's wearing once again these black and golden robes, and he actually starts to approach you folk. So, what do you guys do?
Hmm.
Bias. We'll just look at the guy calmly.
Barry will nervously do the same. Sort of confused, but he doesn't want to anger anyone.
Skip will stand there and cower.
He has a menacing air to himself. As he looks towards all of you, well, this is convenient.
Is there a problem, sir?
I believe you were the ones that were being hunted by a certain clown woman.
Oh, so you've heard of her.
Mm.
Lovely.
We are hunting her.
Oh,
Yes.
Hmm?
How do you know that we're being hunted down by her, though?
You see that one of the people that are like in the ghostly flaming horses. We have someone keeping a watch on her broadcasts, and you points at all of you. You have survived multiple broadcasts out of her.
I'm guessing that's not common.
Not really. That's why we are here originally. We've been looking for the Harlequin, and she's a threat that must be eliminated. She both shows a threat to the cons and the rest of the wasteland. Only fitting that she's put it down like the animal she is. Now then, will you tell me where did you last see her?
Hmm.
Oh. Who left?
Uh,
Birch.
it was Birch. Yeah, Birch.
Birch. And now
And-
Leslie's deafened. What is happening?
I don't know.
Otherwise, I'm still trapped in toilet.
The whole time you're in the toilet, like, yes,
Oh,
Wi-Fi.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. There's like a robot outside of the toilet stall going, "Sir, please leave. You've been there for about 8 hours. Should I call a doctor?"
Good grief.
Creed will step out. What are the odds that he has just toilet paper stuck to his boot?
Roll d20.
Oh god.
Where am I?
Grief.
Where are you? Where's my sheet? Just a solid. Okay.
Yeah, roll for toilet paper on your boot.
Where are you at? Where?
Disadvantage.
9.
You have like a little bit of paper on your boot.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little. It's not even dirty. It's just toilet paper that fell a little bit. So that this soft-looking robot is just staring you, blinks twice. "Oh, good, you left. I don't have to call the police. Have a nice day, sir." She just walks away.
He'll walk out as well. Well. Wait. For the sake of brevity, he will also wash his hands. I mean, how? First off, should I make a perception check on how clean this place looks?
It looks decently clean.
He'll wash his hands regardless, because he's a lawful good boy.
You wash your hands. You gain 1 good boy point.
And it is a pub in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It can't be that hygienic.
It cannot be the most hygienic, but the robots do their best. Come on, man. If they had spit, they would spit to clean the place.
I like to imagine my clergy and God just saw this on my live feed and gave me a like.
There you go. As you exit the toilet, you do see that the tavern is quite empty. There's pretty much nobody there right now, except a panicking barkeeper halfling that is hyperventilating.
And would it be inclined for me to do an insight check or see the distress, or is it pretty obvious?
It's
Can I
a hyper.
out
Go ahead.
the guys were walking back in?
Yep. Yeah, it's a hyperventilating halfling that is sweating. Like you didn't even know if someone could sweat that much. Like holy shit, that's a lot of sweat.
That human needs to check their perspirator.
Yeah, I guess Creed will go over to the barkeep and check on her.
Fuck.
You seem... Halfling, you seem distressed. Do you require aid?
No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I'm okay. I just need some time alone, and I just need some time for myself. I'm closing the bar earlier today. If you need something, you need a drink, you need some food, you need something to eat, and what do you need? I'm fine.
You see, do you require any drink? He'll offer out his wineskin.
No, I'm fine. This is fine. This is totally fine. This is extremely fine. You see that the door opens and you see these 2 heavily armored people accompanying an older man, and you just see Manny going, "This is not fine."
Can I insight that?
Sure.
Oh dear God.
17.
Wait.
Whatever it seems like she deadly scared of specifically the older man in like the fancy suit.
I would like to use my divine sense on these guys.
Okay. Um, how much is the range for your devices again?
It's 60 feet. I can
60 feet?
detect the locations of any celestial fiends, undead, up to 60 feet.
In those guys, you don't sense anything, but weirdly enough, outside you sense a celestial. A very faint celestial presence, but one nonetheless.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
well, good.
Never mind. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say that as she's panicking, you see that the figure that is the older man in the fancy suit. Oh, I thought this place we would have our private talk, Mandy. Does this gentleman need some help? No, it's fine. Could you please leave us to have a talk, sir?
Curious, would I recognize any of the gobs, or would I recognize the man in general, or anything? Would I recognize Republican stuff or anything?
Yeah, you would recognize the outfits and the armor from the people as Republican armor. And most specifically, that guy seems to be like some sort of diplomat,
Okay, so
and an important one at that.
a bit of a above game question. Has the Megadendrons ever done any business with the Republicans?
They sell weapons to the Republic, weapons and ammunition. That's the extent of the relationship.
Okay, so Creed will look to the diplomat and say,
This woman seems to be under distress. If you would be kind, could you please give her a moment to collect herself? She does not seem to be in the best condition to be speaking.
Mandy, you were quite nervous. Almost like you saw a ghost. I understand. She can take her time, but we do need a private conversation. Sooner than later. You see that Mandy just looks at you, Creed. It's gonna be fine. Just, just go.
I would like to incite that. See if
She's
she's pleading for help, or is she content with her life right now?
roll. But I'm gonna use the 17. You do see that she has like she's not pleading for her life, but she's like, "This is fine. Uh, my life couldn't get any worse. It's all going to shit anyway." Seems like she's accepting what's gonna happen here, but she doesn't really know what's gonna happen more specifically.
Well, seeing thou I am still technically connected to the tavern's Wi-Fi, I would like to get some advice from my god and see if is this the right path to abandon this woman in a time of need.
Hmm. The response is blurry and quick, but she will be. You do get a feeling that she would be fine for now, but you should keep an eye later.
He'll acknowledge that as his directive, look back to Mandy and say,
Fear not, little one. All will be in the good graces of the Omnisire. I will return in time to see your condition.
and I'll go see your heads out.
All right. So while that was happening, Leslie, you died for a moment. Are you back? Leslie?
I've been back this whole time. I was just eating.
Okay,
Did not want to eat on mic.
fair enough. You do see that the figure standing there, the older man with golden, strangely enough, it's golden glowing eyes, which is bizarre. He's sitting there, he's looking all of you down. So, where was the last place you saw her?
It would happen to be Dogtown.
Yeah.
Did she have any company?
No.
She was trying to um take someone, so I guess she was trying to get company. If that makes any sense.
Who was the person in question that she was trying to get?
We don't know his. Wait. Actually, out of a game. Do we know his name?
He never said his name. I believe he never said his name.
He's just the sniper to us.
Basically.
From TF2.
Damn.
We know that she was trying to get someone who had himself holed up in a building, sniping people who approached him. And when we got him, eventually, I have a very, very good feeling that he's scared. He's as scared of her as we are. Actually, more so.
And where would that person be right now?
Jail.
They killed a lot of innocents, so we can't let them out.
Very well then.
Do you need to speak to them?
Well, at first we were going to. Oh, how do I put this? We were looking for the Harlequin for the past 5 or 6 weeks now. And we need any hints or edges we need to get to her. That's why we're going to make an offer to you folk to perhaps join us in our hunt. But with the information that she was after a prisoner, we can use that to our advantage. The offer still stands, right?
If you need hints, we have a device that tracks static thing. Not sure if it would help find her, but it's been helpful in general.
Static thing.
You know about the demons, right? Apparently, she's behind a few of them.
I'm implying that she's related to the Heralds.
Is that what they're called?
That's one of the many nicknames they received. At least that's what the nickname they received by our people.
Well, when she
Being
let us take the sniper back, that's what she made like a big fuss about hearing static in the future. So
And we've heard static before. We
So
fought one of
she-
those things.
wait, what do you mean just let you walk away with a sniper?
as in she let us walk away with the sniper. It's about as simple as that.
Hmm. He's staring you up and down, trying to see if you're not trying to mess with him.
Barry is a pure-hearted soul. He'd never lie.
You'd only leave out some of the truth.
Exactly.
I mean, what reason would we have to lie anyway?
17 of these men are the Harlequin in disguise. Fuck.
Very well then. We are going to be entering contact with you folk later, after we ask some questions to said prisoner. So for now, I must bid you all farewell, and that the radiance of the Great Khan may protect you in your travels.
Mm. And be careful of those. What did you call them? I'd like to know the name. Hoodoos?
They are known by our people as the heralds of the apocalypse.
Heralds, then. Be careful of those.
Heralds.
Heralds.
We have our preparations against them. We fought against those kind of monstrosities before.
Do you know what works against them exactly? We only know that fire works.
Fire, radiance, the light of the sun. Those are the things that ward the creatures off. Although if you fight it during the darkness and during night, well, it becomes far more powerful. I wouldn't
That's
I wouldn't advise of traveling during the night when we hear static then.
good to know.
It would be equivalent of its power being duplicated or even triplicated, more or less.
Hmm. Well, when we ever have to leave the town again, we'll make sure to remember that.
Hmm. Very well. Well, I will hold you no longer then. Have a good day. As he walks away with his troops. I would like you guys to tell me your passive perceptions.
Need to open up the character sheet.
14.
14?
13.
Pretty sure mine is a 16, but need to get my sheet out first.
For now, none of you notice anything.
It is a
Uh,
16.
16? You don't really notice
16.
anything. Tobias,
Oh, what do you need me?
what's your passive
Passive
perception?
perception.
Passive perception is 15.
Alright. You do
And what
see
about-
that
What about
you
Borch?
are. Birch, what's your passive perception?
13.
13? Alright, so you would not notice this.
Wait a
Not
minute.
big deal.
What's Karma's passive perception?
13.
Not very high.
Also, wait, if you notices something, I'll notice something too, right?
None of you really notice anything.
Oh, okay.
That's why I asked the passive perceptions. And
Oh.
as he is leaving with his troops, and they seem to be going towards the direction of the plaza, you do see that Creed walks away from the door of the tavern with a little thing of toilet paper on his foot.
Oh, there's where you are. We've been, at least I've been wondering where you were.
You did just vanish after you got to the town.
Apologies, I required some insight with some brewing issues and I required answers from.
Hmm.
The
Well,
Was there a
Toilet
specific
paper?
need for me or your company?
that debacle looked like it was going to break into a fight, so.
yeah, the two groups that actually no, those guys just went into the bar. Do you know who else is in there at the moment?
Currently, the halfling bartender is the only one accompanying the Republicans, though she does seem rather distressed at the moment when approached by those Republican individuals.
Mhm.
That isn't good. I'll make sure to check on her after the whole meeting is done. Then she hasn't been going through it that well.
Do you know the individual well?
Sorta. that when I gave her some gifts when I found her last time. We just want to make sure that she's been doing all right.
My scans indicated a great amount of distress and a profuse amount of sweat coming off of her when I first encountered her. She looked rather frightened for her life, if I am to assess it correctly.
Mhm.
From what I know, that sounds about right.
This is normal.
Maybe the hyperventilating. I'm not sure about the sweat. Hmm. Regardless, I will check on her later. But something did just happen to the town. You probably need to know about. But nothing to the town exactly. More like we got visited.
I did detect a celestial body within the area. Was that someone of significance outside right now, just now?
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen anyone that looks celestial.
Purple,
No.
Purple above game. Aside from the con, what did I detect anything different with those with those ghost riders or whatever you call them?
Not really. Didn't really detect anything coming from them.
So the only thing of note was just the celestial.
Yep.
Okay. So sorry, what was everyone saying?
I forgot what I was saying.
Celestial things. Oh no, wait, it was
Yeah.
stuff about town
Yeah.
that you were gonna say.
Wait, I was gonna say something about what?
The town, stupid.
Oh, I already. Oh, um. So a few people on special horses came in, and there's sort of been a. How's the right way to put it? It's a hassle. Mm. Well, they've just been talking to us. That's all. And they said the same people who just went past you into the tavern. They just arrived on site out of nowhere, and they're spouting stuff about finding the Harlequin.
Did they associate themselves with a specific group as you, designated association?
They wouldn't know. We never asked them.
Didn't they say something about Khan? Whatever that is.
Poison.
Yeet.
Shit, they are. I didn't know if you heard what Goblin said.
That was Goblin who said that.
Okay.
I what?
Yeah, they did say they were the cons, did they not?
They did.
Okay. They said they were cons or whatever that means.
Does that sound familiar at all?
Con?
That would sound familiar to Maris. You do know Maris and actually Haven. Mary's Haven, Tobias, and Creed. Roll me history checks. This is not a hard DC.
You say that.
You say that, and then just, oh well, like all of us rolls twos.
All right.
Can I
Haven.
also try?
Close, close.
Skip. You would know nothing of the cons.
Okay.
Haven. You like? I heard about them before. Aren't they like a barbaric, massive tribe or something? something like that. Tobias and Creed, you both know that the Khans are currently the one of the most influential organizations of the Wasteland. They have so far conquered 121 tribes and unified them into strangely enough, a warrior cult way of living, where people are trained since youth to serve the empire, with honestly a smaller population that is usually subjugated to serve them as like workers and people that would do like menial tasks. That's usually placed to slave work. They are currently one of the biggest factions of. They currently are the only people that are like fighting the Republic head on because they have a very big ideological difference. The cons usually, in Maris, you would know this. The cons see the standing of the Republican, the standing ideals of the Republic as weakness and something that is going to doom the people of the Wasteland if they follow that line of living. Because in the Wasteland, you have to be powerful and you have to be strong to survive. There's no space for weakness. That's what you guys would gather from information like this from the cons.
And what would Mirrors get out of his role?
Mirrors would get most of the thing plus the addendum that I just gave him.
Okay. Curious though. When you made mention of an empire, does that resonate anything towards Creed? With his background?
It does, but not really the empire that you remember.
Fair enough. It's only been 200 years, they can still be around, right?
Maybe.
Tell me about it.
You guys do what you will of this information.
Right. Wasn't that root colony of some sort? If I remember correctly. Or tribe of some sort. It's escaping me.
It's all news to me.
They're essentially a warrior. They're
If that's the case, it makes sense that they're looking after it. Out for the Harlequin.
You're kind of quiet, Birch.
This might be a little easier.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's someone in it.
They're a warrior. They train children to fight.
Lovely.
As far as I know, they're about as far from the ideals of the Republic as you can possibly be.
See.
And they both went into the same tavern.
No, the Republican guy did. The Khan went the
Yeah.
other way, right?
Yep, the cons went to the direction of the plaza for now.
Oh.
Yes, that I do remember. There were two Republican tavern. I might be speaking to them. Right.
Someone's excited.
That's my fucking dad.
Yeah, what?
You hear in the background some going, I won the fucking lottery! Fuck yeah!
Good for him.
Joke's on him, it's the Wasteland lottery. He only got $5.
Fuck!
You want a free subscription to the Jelly of the Month.
On him, the rest of the town got slaughtered.
Sure. I get the reference.
Okay, I guess Creed will look to the way where the celestial detection went, and then look to the group.
By the accounts, you said you encountered the leader of these cons?
What?
Skip nods.
He didn't seem like the leader, but he seemed like the the commander of that small group.
Skip doesn't know that.
Yeah. He'll point out to the direction they were leading to then.
I detected a strong celestial body within the proximity not far. For my assumption, you may have been speaking to such an individual.
Well, if you still want to see them, they went after the plaza.
Did you not require me for anything if you are seeking me out?
What?
Did you not require my assistance in anything? You said you were looking for me.
We didn't need your assistance. We just wanted to know where you were. You sort of left us for a pretty long time.
Well, you have found me.
If that's the case, if you want to do anything about talking to these cons, you can just. We would accompany you to check them out.
I guess if nobody's gonna recommend anything else.
I
See,
think I don't know what to
I
do.
don't really
guys-
need. Sorry, I was eating a little bit. But
What'd you say, Papa?
No, go ahead. Interrupted you. You could go ahead.
we really need to, do we? Could have had a prediction, but no, that matters.
would I still be in proximity of the Wi-Fi within the tavern?
It's really weak.
Though would I still be able to speak with my god?
It's weak, faded.
Regardless, I would like to get some advice from the gods and get some advice from them, since he's just a machine doing whatever he's been told to do.
Oh dear.
Go on a
Surpri-
killing spree.
No, you do get a feeling that you're on your own with this decision. Strangely enough.
Okay then, well, there was at least one directive I said I wanted to do.
If there is one thing I would like to inquire is to check on the sniper individual. There are some questions that I would still like to ask him regarding this Harley Quinn.
Well, actually, speaking of the sniper, I think that's where they're headed off to check the cons.
Then I shall would like to accompany them.
You'll be your guest.
You are welcome to join.
And unless
Before
anybody
you
says
skip-
unless anybody else says otherwise, that's where he starts marching off to.
I literally just.
What'd you say, Pink? Probably cut you out.
1 sec.
Oh shit, you got called away. No, we'll never know what he said.
Sorry.
Damn, Pink was consumed to the void. Can't believe
I'm
it.
right here.
I can almost hear him.
Shut up. Shut up. I am GM now. I am the game.
You guys hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, Skip glances over to looks at Matt. Are you okay?
I'm just not a big fan of the guns.
don't see why you would be. They're a bunch of brutes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Are you sure? Okay.
That should be fine. I've got Karma here.
Karma gets close to
Okay.
you.
If anything happens, I know I'll protect me.
Hmm. I'll try to do that too.
Thanks.
Yeah, I guess we go along with Creed to wherever he's going.
Bye. He's actually gonna go back to the tavern.
Whoa.
He doesn't care. He wants to get back on the road. He's gonna go up to the quest board.
He just wants
So?
a drink.
Split the party.
Yeah.
Like to him, it's like the sniper guy's a dead end. Just like, well, he's insane.
You know what, Maris? How about we go with Tobias to somewhere that doesn't have those nasty guys that you don't like?
I don't want to leave Creed by himself.
Oh, no worries. I think I'll take care of him. Barry, do you mind joining with us?
I sort of wanted to check on. Holy shit! Mad with names. Bartender lady. What's
Mandy.
Mandy and Bits.
Yep.
So if Dave, would it be okay if you went with Creed? With Creed?
Not a problem. I don't see why not. I already visited with her not too long ago.
Good. I'll just go with them so I can check on Mandy. Hope the whole sniper conversation isn't too much for you.
All right, you have a good time. He pats him on the head and he walks off the street.
Like Barry rubs his head and looks at the vice embarrassed, like, come on.
I'm curious, how tall is Haven compared to Barry again?
Probably shorter.
And
Yeah,
if I
he's-
remember correctly, he is shorter.
Yeah, Barry's
Barry
7
He's like
foot.
5'12". He's 5'12". Yeah.
That's
I
6
was like,
feet.
I was leaning down.
He climbs up a little and pats him on the head.
Okay, I was leaning down towards Haven to talk, like whispering at him.
No, okay.
Pat his horned head.
Yes.
5'12" is what you say when you're tall but you want to be short.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh,
It's as short
So-
as you can make a high up.
as you guys go to the tavern, at least one part of the group goes to the tavern. You do see actually that the Republicans leave, and they give you all a nod, and they go to their vehicle.
Hey, perfect.
See
We
that
have Mandy in a suitcase.
Oh, God.
Maybe.
She's got long legs. She wouldn't fit in there.
We walk in like, Mandy isn't available. Mandy is actually now fully in bits.
I mean, here's the
Oh.
thing: they could have ripped off her. They could have ripped off her robotic limbs and just then slapped her on the briefcase. There you go.
It's just like oh man. They just came in just to take the prosthetic and then they just left.
Damn, it's
Nice.
anyone knows about Repo Man.
Love
Rico
that
Man.
movie.
Yeah, good musical.
Terrence
You
is
do-
Nick.
You do see that there's a quite smug smile, a bit of a smug smile onto the face of Gregorian. Seems like he got what he wanted.
And fart.
Sure.
Barry, we
I'm
join
good
in
at
on
this.
that.
Damn it all.
I'm even gooder at this.
Alright,
Watch and learn.
Watch and learn, Barry.
Jesus Christ.
Barry, you can't get a read on this man. Tobias, you can. It seems that he came here for information mostly, and he got that information by his expression. Seems like he got something that he wanted.
Mandy what she told him.
As you get into the
Mm.
tavern, you see that the robots are currently keeping the place clean and making sure there's no dirt, there's nothing. They seem to be keeping the place in check. Mandy is nowhere to be seen. You just hear sobbing.
Mandy?
You keep hearing
Mandy?
sobbing, and no response.
I'm going to go.
Climb
Oh,
up
wait.
one of the stools and hop on to the thing, the fucking bar.
I'd go to the bar thing too. Also, voice in question.
Yeah,
There'd be no long rest in between any of this, right?
yeah.
Wait, yes,
It-
yes, no
We've
long
had
rest.
a long rest since.
You guys had a long rest. Since.
Okay, cool. Making sure because I wanted to change my spells a while ago, but I never knew if it could.
That's okay. As you do look at Mandy, she's there. She's on a holding herself close as you see tears coming out of her eyes.
Oh, Mandy,
Are you okay?
I don't think she's okay.
The cat is out of the fucking bag. We're fucked.
Wait. Out of the
What-
bag of
what-
what?
What did you guys say?
What'd you say, Tobias?
What
We
you
all,
doing?
we all basically said what?
She said the cat is out of the bag. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. We are so fucking boned.
Man, so with what? Why exactly are we boned?
I already fucked up enough. Can't fuck up more today. Oh, Morgan's gonna be so fucking mad at me.
Mandy, would it help if I helped you calm down a bit?
There's no coming down. I fucked up.
Mm,
I told him what he wanted to hear. He knows. Shit.
What do you want
shit,
to hear?
Shit. I don't want to get screwed even more. I shouldn't even told you that. Oh no.
Skip will just hop down next to her and just stroke her hair while she's on the floor.
As you get closer, you do see that there's a revolver close to her with a bullet in the chamber.
Oh,
Ray would come down and still pat her on the side and cast a little funny spell.
What's the funny spell?
Hold person. Nope.
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna be like, "Oh, Barry!" I thought you were gonna use calm emotion. Come on!
I did. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a real joke.
Oh,
fireball!
Actually working for that guy. You got to
She just fucking T-poses. Oh, crying.
I cast max damage shatter. Oh my god!
There. I'll ease the pain and just fucking evaporate.
Can't feel pain. You're fucking dead, Jimbo.
I feel my leg.
I can't feel my leg.
The body I
I
lost.
can see the revolver as right.
Yeah, you do see the revolver now that you get closer. As for what's your DC spell, because she's gonna try to resist it. She's
I
panicking.
thought you would. DC is 14.
So with her penalty to wisdom, that's a -1.
whoa!
What did she roll in the dice?
Don't really matter now, does it?
It's a -1. Well, I don't know how big the penalty is. I get
-1 isn't in that one. The Goblin, the -1 isn't in that one. That's the problem. How big is the penalty?
It doesn't.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Shit.
All that matters is that she failed that wisdom save hard.
She stops sobbing. She puts her
I would like to
hands
take-
to her. Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to ease the gun away from her vicinity.
You do. Easily enough, she doesn't really resist. As the calm emotion spell is cast, she sits up, and this is the first time in her whole life you saw her calm.
There, did that help in any way?
Yes, actually, my hand feels so clear right now. Like, what did you do?
Just a bit of, let's just call it god magic, so I don't get you confused.
Okay.
Um, Now, I'll tell you right now, the feeling won't last forever. It's not something I can constantly hold up, but I was doing it to help you calm down a bit. Seemed a bit hysterical.
It's okay. Oh no, I need to inform Morgan as soon as possible.
Still something you can't tell us?
Hmm. Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh! Ah!
There's the DC is lower because she's calm now.
Persuasion!
Persuasion. Oh, that's right.
Ah! 10.
I'm sorry, but I cannot tell.
I understand. No need to risk your backs for us.
Hmm. She nods. It's just that they know something of us that they can use to their advantage.
Is it like a secret that they're going to use against the militia, or...
Against Morgan. Against me.
Hmm. It is tricky.
What? All that you need to know is that we didn't used to be independent like we are today.
Guessing we fought for the independence from them, then.
She shakes her head. Not from the Republic.
What about those other guys?
Cons?
Shakes her head.
Uh,
Other group.
Shadow monsters.
Shadow monsters?
Okay, never mind.
act like you never said that.
No, it's some other. It's another group, but it doesn't matter. It's better that you do not know.
Are they, still around to cause problems?
Let's just say that if it, they decided to, if they knew if they knew about some other people, there would be a little bit of clearing clearing out of people. They're not related to whatever this shadow monster is, but actually I said too much. Sorry.
You could probably say that out loud, Birch, if you want to. Birch.
I was just saying, Maris asked Tobias, who's Morgan? We'll try to keep it low.
Who do you ask to?
Tobias.
Tobias. You know who Morgan is.
He's the militia leader, right?
Yep.
Militia leader.
You see the spell starting to end its effect. As she's not panicking as hard, but you can still see that the fear is getting back to her eyes.
Now, if you need anything like that again, I can still help you calm down again. Just know it's a limit. It's in limited supply.
That's that's okay.
Just to note, Skip has not stopped stroking her hair since she started. She feels like Mandy needs it.
Thank you, Skip. That's
Yeah.
nice.
You helped me. You did nice things to me before. I can at least like do nice things back.
Okay. This is gonna be fine. This is fine. This is fine. She actually gets up. We do hear the mechanical sounds of the legs and arms moving. I need to prepare something.
For what exactly?
Uh, I need to inform Lady Morgan and I need I need I need to prepare some other stuff because I think this is going to be trouble in the future, and this is not going to be
Also,
nice.
I don't know why I just made this connection. Would this also affect my brother too with the secret you just said?
Oh fuck!
Then,
Probably.
hmm.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I don't think you can, unless you can convince them to leave us alone. I don't think you can.
There's no harm in asking.
True. True.
Do you know where the Republicans are headed right now?
They're going back to the what's his name? Do you guys have a map?
Would we?
I think Skip would have. I think Skip actually has like a crude map of the area.
Didn't one of
They-
them have
She's
like an
got a
official
tattered piece
map?
of paper that's just sort of like a scribble version of the map of the town.
Kids menu version of the town.
Kids video.
I
You
mean,
said
no,
you're going to be staying.
Go
Good.
ahead. You go ahead. I was just
You
gonna
said you were
say.
going-
Yeah. Never mind.
One at a time, one at a time. Poison, you go. Go poison.
Do I have to replace the map of Dogsville, not Aquafria? I'm done.
Towns.
Yeah. You do see that she takes the phone, she starts texting with her non-robotic hand, and with her other mechanical hand, she's like taking a bottle of whiskey. She bites the cork off and starts drinking.
Whatever helps ease the pain, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. The best you guys could do is probably prepare for the orc attack that is also gonna happen.
What?
Okay, one at a time here. What do you mean orc attack?
The orcs are kind of pissed. I'm assuming they're gonna be quite mad at us. That's something we didn't do.
Huh?
Hmm.
Apparently, someone managed to establish a communication line between us and them, and things have not been going well. It's only going down here, down Jimbo, and the world is spinning in a downward spiral of hell. I'm gonna need more. She's pretty much finishing the whiskey bottle by now.
Can I at least ask you what the problem here is? Because it's going to affect me personally at this point.
Your brother did say that they established a communication line and things were not going well to you.
I know that. I'm talking about with the problem with the Republicans. Because at this point, like, he's trying to say, oh yeah, I have a bit more of a personal question than just like maybe wanting to know.
They're probably gonna try to assimilate this down to the Republic.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I just want to be left in peace. And now there are guns as well. Why does things keep going downhill? Where's my fucking gun?
Like, what are you going to do with that gun?
Keep her around for safety.
I'm going to big insight.
Go ahead.
I want to make sure she keeps herself. Where'd my mouse go? Fuck.
I will insight as well.
There's my mouse.
I need more bullets than that.
Hey,
16.
24.
oof.
Show you how it's done.
Skip, did you get a feeling? Let me roll a deception for her. Skip, did you get a feeling that is, personal safety? What she's referring to. Bearing Tobias, you know very well that but by her eyes and by her breath, if things go as bad as they're going, she might not wait for the worst to happen.
Where would the revolver be at this point?
It's on the hand of Maris.
Maris, could you give me this for a second?
Sure.
I'm going to empty the chamber.
Okay, there was only one bullet.
So you were going to protect yourself with exactly one bullet.
Barry.
Tobias, I know what.
If things go bad, I'm just gonna need one.
I know what that means. For now, I'm going to keep on to this.
Sure, fair enough.
I want you to stay safe.
Probably won't. Things just will go bad, and things will just go from bad to worse. This is how it is. This is how it always will be.
We just know that we're here for you if you need to talk and/or just calm down.
Sure.
You know where my house is in the town, right?
I know.
Okay.
I'm just really scared.
I can understand. This whole situation is sort of spiraling, like you said. We have 3 different groups to deal with most likely the same day. So we'll make sure we'll get to the talking to those Republicans first.
Okay, it's just that I just need some time to rest a little bit.
That you do.
Mm-hmm. Just sits behind the counter and keeps the bottle close to her.
I was gonna give her painkillers before. I don't think I should give her those now.
No.
After she
Why
drink a whole bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, no, I'm not dumb. I'd
Why
never.
would you do that in the first place?
Because it thought you had a headache. Painkillers help.
Yes,
Oh my
but
God, Mike.
with any amount of alcohol, 1 feels like 4.
I know. That's why I'm not giving it. No, that's why I'm not giving her any right now.
Yeah, and you do see that she's quite tipsy right now. She drank pretty much almost a full bottle of whiskey.
This is just a PSA. Don't take drugs and drink at the same time.
Tell me,
You're gonna get the same result as the gun.
Tell me,
Just
Mandy,
feel
have
a
you
whole
ever...
lot worse.
Tell me, Mandy, have you ever heard of an invention called morphine? Just stick it in your veins! You don't need Barry at all!
Good God.
Why do you sound like an angry phone?
Angry phone.
You sound like an
Oh,
angry
Barry.
phone. Okay.
Left on vibrate.
And with that, let's move the scene to the
Indeed.
Nice.
Okay.
let's move the scene to Haven and
Creed.
Creed. I believe it's just the two of them going towards the direction of the
Cons.
of the prison. Okay, of the cons. As you start following the tracks of the cons. Ah, fuck. This is too much for me.
Yes, following.
Okay, as you're following the cons, you guys are keeping it far this way. Are you trying to be subtle about it, or just following them straight up?
Creed's never been the most subtle, so he's just approaching as is.
I mean, standing with a rather large mechanical man, I don't think. I think I'm feeling pretty protected. I'm good. I'm just walking with him.
You do say that the figure stops at the where would be the prison of the city. That is the same place where the guard barracks would be. He enters, and you do hear that he demands an audience with the. He demands an audience with the captain of the guard, and that the audience should not be denied. And seeing that they don't really want to mess around with the cons and provoke their ire, the militia the militia is complied to assist with that. You do see that he enters the building, but the most of his forces stay behind.
Okay, so in that time, was I able to distinguish that was the guy that was radiating with celestial energy?
It would be pretty obvious as the guy that has the golden eyes and the golden symbols around his body.
Okay, wasn't sure how fast I catched up, so.
Yeah, I can assume you use divine sense again. Roll me a religion check.
Religion, oh boy. Where you at? Any minute now.
Any minute now.
Any minute now. 10.
This is a weird kind of person. Don't really know what he is. Above game you probably know, but in game you don't really know what he is.
Could Haven do the thing?
Haven, roll me a religion check.
Okie doke. All right. Religion.
No.
No.
Glowing men go burr. They're just barbarians.
He's pretty.
He's just a golden and silver fox. There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Glowing daddy.
Indeed.
If I can't recognize this guy, what about the guys on the horse mounts?
The guys on the horse mount, strangely enough, the horses don't don't trigger your alarm. They also don't emanate like any celestial fiend, undead, fey energy from them as well.
And what did they look like again?
They look like they're wearing cataphract armor. You know, the kind of armor that has like multiple, like small little plates around it, around the chest and arms.
Yeah.
And they have like these, almost like making a somber, they almost have like a somber funeral mask on their faces. They also wield no firearms that you can see. They only have these strange twisted lances on their hands. And you do see that they also have some sort of strange bone-like bow to their backs.
With the mention of funeral mass, could I do a religion check on that? Or
This would be more history.
history? Okay.
Yeah, they look something like this. Just to show you again.
Okay. That's a 16.
It is.
16. With the more funeralistic kind of mask, is kind of a way to. How would I describe this? It's kind of a way to protect the. It's kind of a way to invoke the power of your ancestors and the others that would have worn the armor, passing down the powers and knowledge from generation to generation. That's the meaning of this kind of mask, at least for these kind of warriors.
And that
And
what
it does have some ritualistic and even similar to your powers, almost like a faith-like power to it that they draw from it.
so in comparison, this is basically their holy symbol, their arcane focus for their divine powers, right?
Yeah, they pretty much wear their holy symbols in their faces.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's part of their armor.
Okay, well, unless Haven has anything to add on to this, Creed's just gonna walk in casually into the prison unprovoked.
Same. So the captain is the this presence that Creed has seen.
Yep, the captain of this group is
Okay,
the
cool.
president of seen.
Because my brain was like, oh, it's Valentine, but it's not Valentine. Anyway,
Valentine is part of the Republic.
right. He's not part of the other group. Okay. Yeah, I'll
Alright.
continue with Creed.
You do see that the Khan troopers stop you. Halt.
Is there a problem? Sorry?
We received instructions by Uzberg that none are to interfere with the interrogation.
Given his captors?
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh yeah!
Holy shit!
Nice.
Don't fuck with Haven. It's persuading. Shit, dude.
Oh,
You do see that this guy looks at the other ones, at the other troopers. So you were the I will inform him of this.
Well, yes. I know that we don't look like much, but yes, we are his captors. Like to bitch that one.
If
Go ahead.
we assisted in keeping him from killing himself, he went on a tangent on saying that the Harley Quinn was after him. We would like to assess more information from him in hopes of he being calmed down now. He was on a very suicidal rampage for himself, and we are also wanting to make sure he is properly of sound of mind right now.
Right.
I'm
See that he
curious.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
See that he takes what seems to be like a small communication device, like a walkie-talkie, and in this strange language that sounds like some more guttural noises, it's similar to Orcish, but it has more eloquence to it, and it has more. How can I put this? It's more flexible than Orcish. It's not as brutish. I believe none of you would have the language of Khans.
I don't think that's even
I never heard of such a thing.
no,
but
pretty mu-
off-putting.
sounds pretty much homebrewed.
Yeah, they have their own
Okay.
language.
I was saying like, oh, it's like thieves can't, but with military or something. It'd be like
barbarian cat.
it's fine. Barbarian can't. Sure.
There you go,
No.
Barbarian Kent. That's the name, actually. Let's go.
Barb.
She takes a while.
Oh, it's like thieves can't for rogues and druidic for druids. It's called Unga Bunga.
Ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga. Alright,
Booga,
being serious.
booga.
Being serious though. Being serious. he listens to the response and he actually nods. Follow me. As you're led inside the prison. As you're led inside. Alright. Is there anything you would say?
Honestly, one thing I just wanted to check was, did they have the same emblem on them as the sniper did?
Yep.
And during that time, when I was in the toilet, was I able to look up on anything with them as well as a Harley Quinn, like I said before?
I remember that you mostly focus on trying to get in contact with your clergy, and even then that was static and hard to get to because there was something interfering, so I'm gonna say no.
I specifically also asked to look up information regarding the Harley Quinn, hence why I was in the toilet for most of the time.
For the Harlequin, the information you would get would be mostly the surface information that she usually streams the chaos of the wasteland to anyone that would be able to would be willing to watch her. The the fact that usually has multiple uh, re- she has multiple reports of having killed a lot of innocent people and tortured them to death, even going so far to make people that care for each other kill themselves, like kill each other by using enchantment magic. But besides that, her own personal life, what she personally does, you couldn't get much of that on that. Mostly the surface stuff.
Okay, and on the quote, 8 hours I spent in the toilet, did I find anything of significance to take note of?
Hmm. I believe you rolled for that already, didn't you? And I told you already.
I don't think so, no.
Did you write down any of the information you gleaned from last session?
I mean, we listen to these things.
But you didn't take notes, did you? You silly goose.
No, I mean I took notes on what was on the tablet, but I never got anything regarding the Harley Quinn. I remember Bobo saying would be quite a long time for me to be looking over all the Harley Quinn information. And pretty much we transitioned to everybody else doing their little thing. And you pretty much just left me on the toilet since then.
Because being honest, most of the information you would get from her from the internet would be the superficial stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
She makes an effort of not leaving much of her own information.
We have to dock the Harley Quinn.
Can't believe it. You guys gonna dox the NPC? Damn.
I'm proficient with knowledge, technology, and hacking tools. Let me at her.
Do you know her fucking password?
Give me a minute.
It's I am Iron Man.
Yeah. Hacking photosynthesis.
Just hackerman.
I'm in.
I imagine him Skip on the fucking hackerman pose with the glasses and the little fucking jacket.
Time to hack.
I'm in. This is silly.
Anyway.
But being serious though, it's getting information on her is really hard. Sorry.
No worries.
So, as you guys are being led by the prison, first you go to the guard barracks. You do see that there's a lot of paperwork being done, and then you start to go to the basement of the building. You see this very large complex that seems to be, imagine pretty much the modern state of prisons, but more reinforced. you do see that there's some of these strange robots that like that once in a while wander. They have quite skeletal frames to them, and they have these pincer-like claws that emanate with a certain static to them. They have this cylindrical head to them that has multiple little holes around the that has like multiple little holes for cameras around their faces, so they could see and act in an angle of 360 degrees. They're pretty agile as well, for what you can see. As you're walking in, you do see that there's a lot of prison cells, and you do see a lot of prisoners. You see some orcs. You see Crook currently sitting on a toilet and reading a little book. The book is How to Bake Bakery 101. The other prisoners of note are mostly these strange looking people, and then there's one that catches your attention. This one has a humanoid torso, but a large spider-like bottom to him. He doesn't have his right arm; seems to be gone. His left arm seems to be this very pale, long, and slender arm that is chained to the wall. He has a very heavy necklace, like a neck chain around his neck that ties him to the wall, and his face is bizarre. It's long and twisted, with multiple marks that seem to be makeup at first, but actually are pigmentations and scars. He has this large, toothless grin to him, with these bug-like eyes, and his head is split open, and out of his head grows, you know, that typical jester-like hat that usually jesters have?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is growing out of his fucking head, with the bells and everything.
He's turning.
Divine sense.
Abomination.
Where clowns?
This thing emanates a very powerful essence of aberration and devil. A mixture of the both, more specifically. It's quite freaky to look at.
Yeah, in Creed's visor, there's a number of things going off at this scan, making various degrees of targeting
Hang on,
and
depending
on.
Locke's gone.
Hmm?
Locke went.
Anywho, there's at least one thing that says terminate question mark before he goes looking before his program says not without consent, so he's gonna keep going on.
Yeah, I got a post in Tyrant script actually how they look like, more or less.
Oh, you have art.
Oh, beautiful.
I have a token for them.
Oh,
Goosey.
beautiful.
Ooh.
Yeah, imagine something like that. Oh,
Who left? Oh, it's probably bot.
it was Locke actually. It was Locke who joined and left at an instant, like Goku instant transmitting.
Internet went out. Internet went out. That's what he told me.
Oh, okay. So you guys want to take a break until he gets back?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, I need a time break.
Damn it!
wow.
I'm still taking that break. I'm still taking that break. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, let's take that break anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go use the bathroom because I've been holding.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
By the way, Locke, did you get the description of one of the prisoners?
I got the one from Crook. There was also one who was chained to a wall with a heavy chain, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the heavy chain guy is what's in the main Tyrant script game. This clowny fuck over here.
Yep. You do see that his bottom part is like a large body of a spider, with teeth and all.
Ugh, lovely. I'm assuming that's what that image.
And apparently Creed detected both aberration and fiend on him. Like both.
Anyway, I'll be right back because I need to use the bathroom.
I'll put on some music.
Okay. If anything ever happens to Maris, I found the class I want to play as.
Nice.
That's loud. Oh, you're looking for a potential third character already?
No, I was looking at something and then a homebrew class popped up.
Hmm?
And if anything happens, I want to do this.
Oh, you want to be a
It is
homebrew
the-
class entirely? Intriguing.
It is the chef class.
Oh no.
What happened?
Oh dear. Give a source.
Sorry.
I can use a pan, chef's knife, or a ladle as weapons.
You might want to check if
Nice.
that's balanced first, chum.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it.
I mean, I know of a culinary bard subclass. If you want to go for something that isn't just like the full crazy, might be broken entire class. Anyway, I'm gonna BRB as well.
Take this time. Step out.
I'm back. Hello?
Hello.
Well,
By the way, I want to apologize. The session today has been a bit lower energy. I myself am a bit lower energy today.
No worries. I'm
This is still
a
very
bit low
energy.
energy too, so this is fine.
Pretty sure
And I'm
everyone's
sure we
had
might
at
get
least,
something next time.
Yeah.
pretty sure everyone at least has had a chance to talk, you know? So that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be better at balancing that.
I do think splitting off at that moment was a lot better than all
I
going there. Because if all 6 of us were there, just like all like no one would have 2 people would have talked like if we all went to the prison.
that's what I was trying to do with there. Like, hey Maris, let's go with Tobias, so that these 3 and us 3 can both have different scenes together.
Honestly, I'm kind of happy that I went just to go persuading. You know, I just freaking love that.
I'm
And
ready either way.
I was generally trying to comfort Maris, but then I realized, ooh, we could split the party in a nice even split so everybody gets to talk kind of way. And then Luzzy followed us. But that's fine.
That's fine. Also, Leslie's character has his reasons to want to check on.
Yeah, it
Mandy.
makes sense
Oh,
that he
yeah.
was there anyway. So it's okay.
Yeah. Glad we're getting more synergy as players.
Agreed.
For now.
For now.
What do you mean for now?
Don't know. Who knows? Maybe sometime a big titty succubus would show up and say, haha, everyone died.
Yep.
Oh no, I just got booped into
Joke's on you, I'm back. No, wait, never mind.
Joke's on you, I'm gay.
I just got disintegrated by a fucking married. Oh no.
Oh no, today's the day of my marriage and the succubus is here. Oh no.
No, married.
False
like
collar.
a water genie kind of fucking.
Ah,
Like
Silka.
you just get bitch slapped by a magic fish.
Just a magic
nowhere.
fishman. Just a magic fisherman shows up, T-pulls and say, Baba Booey, and steals all your loot.
I would hope not, that I have a lot of loot. We will wait for Luzzy to return. And then continue, I presume. So what do you think of the music that I put on?
I have the bot muted. For reasons.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah.
And now that would disappear for no reason.
Now I am leaving Earth for no reasons!
Baba Booey.
Boy.
Someone at Luzzy real quick.
I mean, wait for the man. He's probably doing his thing, you know. You don't want to have to get. You don't want to hurry a man that's taking a dump. That can be
is
very
that what
bad.
he's doing?
I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. Like all good person, I make assumptions before actually doing something, and then I just go and I made an assumption. So you cannot really blame me for saying something wrong. Probably he just went to get some food. Maybe. Who knows? I don't. Also, I would like you guys to let me know something later that I would like a survey.
Okay.
What kind of item? Yeah, well, I guess let me know what kind of items you guys want for the future. Like what
I
kind
mean,
of
you know what I want.
I know what you want, but I'm asking for the other people. What kind of metro items you guys want? Or even normal items?
Honestly, I have nothing in mind for Creed.
I have to narrow down my list.
Where did Luzzy go? I would like it back. Blah, 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 blah.
Be patient, or else.
I'm being patient. I know.
I will fucking break your kneecap. Shut up.
There you are.
If you asked for Lizzie was one more time, I was gonna make you wish you were Angelo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I didn't.
Hey, Angelo, I made you into a rock. Didn't know if I was clearly.
Alright, Pink, that's... Alright, Pink, that's it!
I'm sent to Minecraft.
Help!
Baba Booey.
Hey,
You're
Angelo.
scaring him.
I am frightened.
Anyway, so you guys back...
Have you learned a lesson yet, Goblin?
No. But anyway.
So you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Everyone here?
Yeah.
Alright, so get rid of this gay-ass music.
Do that.
There we go, it's gone. Just like my wife and...
Just like
It's-
my wife and kids.
It's gone, just like my wife and kids. Damn it, you said it first!
Boom!
You
Got him.
bastard!
You're both absurd. Anyway.
So back to the... So you start walking deeper into the halls of this prison, until you reach this room that has like three like it's not like the graded cells where you can see the prisoners, but it's like this heavy steel doors. And you do see that there are two guards outside of one of the doors that say, "Before you enter, we're gonna have to take your weapons."
Okay.
Do you guys comply?
No complaints here.
All right.
Tobias will start. He'll probably take the longest, and he'll start taking out all of his weapons.
It's not
Wait,
with
are we
us.
there too? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bye.
what am I doing? Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
Tobias,
Tobias.
because of the break, I was like, "Oh, we're all there." Right? Yeah, sorry.
You freaking shadow. Get out of here.
sorry.
Tobias just shows up and say, "Oh my one, no more Shinder you," as he kills all the weapons.
Yeah, he's...
Tobias is actually in jail right now. Who we
Damn.
then?
No
Wow.
supplies.
So anyway,
It was only a matter of time.
They take your weapons.
And
As you get in this room, go ahead.
yeah, I forget. How long did we agree Divine Sense goes on for again? Because I don't...
a minute. About a minute, I think it is.
Okay.
So it would have faded by now.
Okay.
Do you guys get in?
Yeah.
We comply.
All right. So as you get in, you see this very heavily padded room. Currently, there's a bed. There is like a You see that they set it up a table for now for the interrogation. You do see the familiar figure of the I have to remember the names. You see the familiar figure of Usberg, that is the leader of this group and you do notice something weird. You remember the last time that you saw the sharpshooter? He was panicking, trashing. He looks calm, extremely calm. Once again, you see the tiefling figure. He has a collar on his neck that has like these little vials around the side, that are connected to his body. But it doesn't seem like they're active or like they're pumping something at him. So, not only are you the people that the Harlequin is interested, but also you are the ones that are retrieved one of our soldiers that we thought had gone lost.
See. Yes. It was part of your troop. It's a coincidence.
You see the tiefling? I am part of the Khans, part of the Alpha Battalion. My mission was to retrieve an artifact that was stolen by the Harlequin.
Artifact?
Yes, but I cannot say what it is. You see that the older figure. Let's just say it's an artifact. Nothing that you guys found.
Did I incite that? Because
Shh.
on his
I kind of
Yes.
wanted to.
yeah, because on his
Sure thing.
on his tape he said he was hiding something from the Harlequin, not getting something from the Harlequin.
Get his
Sure
ass
thing.
in your eyes.
14.
14.
19.
Alright. You both get a read on them. You do see that the soldier's trying to hide something, while the soldier's trying to hide something, while Yursbeg is trying to pry information out of him. Yes. Go ahead.
To what was the object of question you were trying to retrieve from the Harlequin?
That would be confidential. But nonetheless, she's part of the reason we are currently having to deal with some nuisances. Now, soldier, report what you found. Yes. Yes, sir. We found one of the hideouts of the cultists. The cultists of Shulhaks. We tracked them down, but the moment we got close, we started seeing these otherworldly abominations just showing up out of nowhere. And they didn't stop coming. We had to retreat. Go on. The problem is that one of these abominations had infiltrated in our ship is compromised, sir. I don't recommend getting back to it. The Harlequin seems to be organizing with a very large group of men and women. They are all similar to her, mutated, demonic-like, and they seem to be crazed. Nonetheless, one of the weirdest things is that I saw from as we were traveling towards their hideout, I saw from the ocean one of the heralds coming out of it. Whenever it walked, the waves were filled with these undead fish. They were living yet not. Multiple aberrations as well came with it. Strange monstrosities that I didn't even think possible existing. One of them started whispering strange things into the battleship. I do not know what it was. Go on. I was the only survivor out of the expedition. Everyone else died. We were about 100 men in Seek the hideout. The hideout itself didn't have much people, but it had these ungodly abominations around it, as I described, and they themselves had the strength of about our battalion. Well, this makes things more complicated. About the two of you, do you have any questions? I restored his mind for a while now.
I can see. It's definitely a lot calmer than how we found him.
This one.
Or you're in.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you first.
There was actually one thing I wanted to do. When I got into this room, I also went to reactivate Divine Sense and see if there's any. To see who exactly is inside this room. Is it just him and the soldier?
Yeah,
It's just him. It's just him, the soldier, and from what you can get, you guys.
No bodyguards or anything?
Not that you can see.
Anything resonating in that collar of his?
Nope. Actually, that'll be a medicine check to see what the color is.
And while I do that, is he resonating? Is he a soldier resonating any dark magic or anything like fire before?
He resonates very lightly, that same static energy coming out of him, but is weaker right now.
Okay.
It's at the same ratio that Tobias emanates out of his body.
Yeah. First things first, Creedler just pointed the collar.
What exactly is that around his neck? May I ask?
Well, this is not my doing. It's the doing of the militias. See that the tiefling, it's a color that has some sort of medicine on it, and it injects on me. It was apparently I was stretching so much with supernatural strength and madness that they needed to put this thing on me. At least that's what he told me.
It seems to be doing some degree of aid. You were thrashing about and pleading for death. From what I was concerned with you was your relationship with the Harley Quinn. You spoke of ramblings on various degrees, as well on saying that there was something she was after from you. Do you recall what it was?
She looks at his. He looks at his superior. Looks back at you all after getting this information.
Can I insight that? See if that's an oh shit moment or not.
You can see that. Yeah, sure. You can insight.
Oh shit, wrong one.
Remember that Haven's here too.
That's
No
15.
problem. Haven's already like seeing the social cues of him looking at like he did a stupid thing, like letting us listen to that.
Yeah.
Again, Kree's not the most subtle guy, sadly.
You do get that he screwed up by saying that information for you guys. At least in the eyes of this guy. Not what I expected. But I guess I cannot really blame you. You had lost your mind by that point. Well, I gathered most of what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, Kree.
Although,
Go ahead.
my true questions will come once the true gentleman behind leave me.
I'm sorry, could you speak up again?
Although my true questions will come to you after the true gentleman behind us leave us. After all, I believe you understand what would be confidential information, right? You being part of the Mechatron.
No, above game. Is he talking about us leaving or the guards outside?
You leaving, more specifically.
Yeah,
Pretty much he's stating that
Talk.
he's... Yeah, pretty much just stating like, ask your questions then leave.
right.
He seems like
What-
he's getting the information he wants.
Homophobic.
Was
What?
there was there anything that Haven wanted to chime in before I say my questions?
I mean, I guess I wanted to just check something. Since your thing, like, did you already reinstate your divine sense or no in this room?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay, because I was gonna. Okay, but I don't need to do detect evil or good. Haven's just kind of looking around, I guess. And that other creature from outside, there are more like her. I never would have thought that such a creation would be made like this. But I'm assuming those creatures are like them. They came
Yes,
from the ocean.
they all came from the ocean. And they came from at least the rotten ones. The ones that had rotten flesh and emanated a strange static that also made... that also made our equipment fail.
Shadow shards. Lovely.
Yes, the heralds of the end.
Quite. That is quite the pickle.
We are trying to find a way to fight them off, but there's so many there.
And you've already, yes, invested in fire, like that.
Yes,
Seems like they
So I have
during
a
the day,
Go ahead.
the fire was affected and hurted them, but during the night, it barely did anything.
make sense.
So So I have a bit of an out there question. Either by my past or by my clergy, would I have heard of anything of remote, like a prophecy or any types of lore regarding like this, or creatures coming from the depth, or like end time creatures coming to bring about an unholy war or anything?
Roll me a history check.
My favorite. 8.
You remember the archives of the. You remember some of the scribes talking about older archives that talked about monstrosities, monsters that of other worlds that shouldn't be in the material plane anymore. But you kind of just ignored it for the time being. It wasn't part of your directive.
And this is coming from my clergy?
Your clergy.
Okay.
You would need to revisit the clergy because highly these are like something that they don't really want to leak on the web, so they only keep it on the physical form, being the only way to access it.
Okay, so reframing with all this information, he's going to look to both the soldier and the Khan and say,
From what I can gather from what this individual has declared, there may be an issue regarding this that needs to be further explored. The Mechadrooms do have records of something of this caliber, but we would need to have further investigation with it. If by your account, would you be so kind to assist us with any information you have regarding this?
he looks to the Khan.
Hmm. Roll me a persuasion check.
23.
That's good
Nice.
enough. You see, he's looking at you. He scratches his beard. Well then, perhaps I will pay the Mechadroon a visit personally to discuss about this matter. But alas, I can give. What kind of information about the creature and its lore do you want? Personally, I think that any records of it, after this menace is dealt with, should be destroyed. We don't want a repeat of it.
By all means, that would be very advised, though, considering the severity these creatures may bring to these lands, it would be the Mechadroon's best interest to find means to prevent this disaster. Any and all information carried out would be suffice to aid the survival of these lands from these creatures. There
Do
will
not
be
do not take offense to this machine, but I don't think the Mechadroon will be the most effective fighting force against it. Seeing that whenever those creatures walk, machines seem to show weakness nearby it and start to fail.
then we will do what we can to rather fortify ourselves. The Mechadroons are highly known for the peak evolution of society, and we can evolve if need be to counter these threats.
Even to primitive means. That's what we're gonna have to resort to. I don't think magic really works against it either. Since I've actually fought one of these things and it isn't pretty. It fuzzes the mind.
Oh, trust me, magic does work. The problem is that every time that you rely on your sorceries and hexes to fight those things, it's always a gamble. A gamble that may risk the lives of your very companions. A gamble that might bring more of them to this world. Or even be gifted by them.
He's gonna look to the sniper.
Sniper, what is your designated name? We failed to acquire one when we saved you from your prior predicament.
His name is Ostrava. Why?
He'll look to the con.
If you would be so kind, may I please have a moment with Ostrava? This tension within this room seems to be causing great distress, and we need clearer minds to get better answers.
No. I want everything you can tell me. And as your superior, you will tell me everything. For now, I will stay here, and I will not leave until I have what I want. Is that
Curious.
understood, machine?
Curious, in this interrogation room setup, is a Ostravus sitting at a desk or anything, or is he just sitting down?
He's sitting at a desk. He has a straitjacket.
Is there a seat that Creed can sit at?
The other seat that there is, the other seat that there is being used by Erzbeg.
Okay, so by that notion, Creed's gonna try and convey a more at ease program where he's gonna go over to Ostrava's side and just power squat down like he's sitting on an invisible shell and just locking his leg mechanism in to look like he's sitting down next to him.
Okay, this is weird. You do see that Erzberg kind of leans forward and is looking interested at this.
Yeah, Creed's just gonna chime in.
Ostrava, you are in. There is no need for concern. As far as what I can assess from everything you said and everything you've yet to say, there is great concern regarding the safety of this world. As a fellow knight myself, it is a duty that we need to do to protect everything and everyone. You said that the Harley Quinn may inquire you for various information that you do not feel need to be disclosed, but bear in mind it is by far a greater chance for us to survive knowing exactly what's going on and what to expect rather than being thrown into the abyss of not knowing. You made mention of body parts that she was looking for. We, by all means, would need to know what she has in store for them so we can better prepare for assault on these lands.
Might I chime in? We are the ones who have survived the most encounters with her. It would be best to have more information about what she wants and what she needs in order to stop her from getting these set things. It would be more benefit to you than anything to have us knowing.
See that Ostrava is looking at Erzberg. Am I allowed to say it, sir? Proceed.
He waves his hand. Go ahead.
Okay. We know that the Harlequin and whoever she's working for are looking for the body parts of the creature that caused the grand catastrophe.
What? That old wives' tale?
It's no fairy tale.
Is it now?
No, it's not. The shadow fragments are part of said creature. Figments of its mind and will to destroy everything that lives. Everything that takes breath. We do not know if it's punishment by the gods or the devils, but something wants us wiped out.
Now, above game, would I know exactly what caused the extinction or the devastation? Either by my previous life or my clergy?
This actually would get you. This would actually get you start reminding you of something.
Oh,
As he's talking, I the body parts are scattered throughout the wasteland and even multiple places that are not within our realm. Although they are all connected to each other. It was thought that a creature that destroyed all of tried to attempt to destroy our lives still lives, even after the efforts of the nations of the old world. From what I gathered, the Harlequin is after uniting the body parts, and I don't know why.
How did you inquire this information? May I ask?
what?
Well, it didn't used to look like this. I attempted to infiltrate their cult for a long time, and it caused grand mutation in my body. I am now tainted with devil blood in my veins. It cannot be removed.
That may be far from fact. I have conversed with my gods when it came to scanning you file. There may be a way to reverse this. Should you visit a clergy of any sort that can provide a removal of this curse from you.
It's not so simple. The closest thing that I would have to redemption would be to die in glorious battle for my lord, for the Grand Emperor. But I cannot do that anymore. My soul is damned, but it was worth it.
As a knight myself, there is never a time to never be able to die to provide honor to your life and to your countrymen. To die right now means you have wasted opportunities. Only until your dying breath can you truly provide salvation for yourself and to your people. Whatever you can, whatever opportunities you have to help right now is an honor on itself. So by all means, whatever you can do to aid us, whatever you know, would be beneficial for everyone and your emperor.
The Harlequin has a hideout close to the southeast mountains and hidden among a complex of caves. Seems to be an old dungeon of some sort. Older than seems to be older than anything. Even older than the grand buildings of the old world. There multiple rituals and sacrifices were held to the name of devil lords and creatures that I wish not to pronounce their names, or else I might fall into madness once again. As we are now, we are not prepared to. As we are now, we are not prepared to face that. And even with our enemy at bay being the Republic, things get even more complicated.
Would you be willing to specify the location of these hideouts?
It's a bit hazy and foggy, but what I remember is that the southeast mountains, which the peaks seem to be bleeding, would be one of the places to go. Seek the. It's all strangely abstract now that I remember, being locations and paths through it. I remember that one of the paths is between the edge of light and darkness, nearby the edge of a reversed lake. After it, you have to go through spiraling, twisting halls that expand upwards and down for about 30 minutes. And then you will find the rift between the hideout and our place. That's what I remember. I'm sorry this is abstract, but it's all I remember.
Yeah, Creed's head's gonna slowly jog over to Uzborg and see how he's reacting to this.
He seems quiet, serious, straight-faced, and taking notes mentally.
Does
He
it
doesn't
look
say
like
anything.
does it look like he's content with his soldier doing a good job, or is he just disappointed?
He doesn't have an expression of disappointment or content. He seems to be analyzing it. On a cold manner, he's focusing and analyzing. Not much out of there.
Yeah, then he's gonna look back to Uzborg.
Do you recall where these body parts are located at?
He shakes his head. No. After we hid the body part that we found because we couldn't get back to base, our leader made sure to erase that memory out of my head.
Insight to see if he's telling the truth.
Go ahead.
I will do that as well.
Where's my d20?
Oh,
4.
remember,
Few seconds.
still here.
Yep, I'm doing it too. Don't worry.
Be patient.
Wrong. There we go. can take the
Hey.
first roll. I don't mind it.
Hmm. He seems to be being honest about it.
Who exactly was your leader that erased your memory?
Commander King Valentine.
Ah, that name.
It's not Valentine.
Oh, wrong Valentine.
It's Valentine.
Oh, Valentine. Oh, okay.
Their names are similar, and I noticed this after I read it, wrote the names
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Haven's
matter.
like,
This guy,
Haven raises an eyebrow and he's like, oh, wait, no, that's not him.
You might want to change that at some point, but whatever.
it's like
That's
this.
cool.
It's because
Yeah,
the name generator that I used.
Venthai.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were just
Vin.
you were writing this story during February during Valentine's Day, weren't you?
No. Look, when I wrote, I just realized the similarity between the names after the fact that I wrote these NPCs.
No
It's
worries.
Venthai. It's Venthai, not Valentine. Venthai.
He's dead. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
Made sure of that. And now my memories were that I was stuck in that goddamn dog city. The airship got compromised, and then I stayed back on the towers, trying to enter in contact with people, but my communication systems wouldn't work. And then I just hid there trying to lay low, and a lot of people died.
Okay, so a few things are beeping in Creed's visor, because the story's kind of contradicting now, because didn't he say his whole ship got compromised prior before making it to Dogsville?
He did. He said, I believe I remember, he said that the blimp, something about the ship being compromised, about a slaughter happening inside of it. I believe he said this during session.
Yeah, Creed says gonna tilt in a curiosity format.
How long ago was your ship compromised? Between being overseas and making it to Dogsville,
Don't remember. I'm sorry,
And-
but it's blanking out of my mind.
You don't know where Venthai is at the moment.
I have no idea. I think he
See.
died during the. I think he died during the blimp, during the massacre and the compromisation of the blimp, not
See.
blimp airship. This is DM getting confused between blimp and airship. Ignore that.
No worries.
Yeah, it's all good. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the battleship.
I don't remember if he survived or not. I tried entering in contact with him first. Absolute silence, says Bag.
Yeah, Creed's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Creed's gonna look over to Oozbag.
you said you were able to calm him in a way. Is there any way for you to restore his memory by chance? There seems to be contradictions to his story that needs answers to.
Well, from what I think that happened, if it happened the way if it happened the way I think it did, it might be unreversible. At least at this point.
What is your theory?
There's a certain spell that we trained to some of our commanders. that is useful in case of, people being captured. That's it.
I'm
And if it is,
insiding him on that.
if it is
Just
the
say,
spell I think it is, well, it might be unreversible. I already did my best to restore his mind of the way it is.
Yeah,
I don't
Kioi.
think there's much that can be done after. I don't think there's much that can be done.
it's too-
Yeah, Creed's just
What,
gonna. Go ahead.
pray tell, spell do you think it is, sir?
This is a spell that is confidential to us soldiers, so unfortunately I would be betraying the trust of the Khan by saying and revealing said spell.
Oh, come. You're talking to a top student from Illithai. I don't think that I wouldn't find out.
Hmm. Nonetheless, I will not take the chance. You can roll an Arcana to see what spell he's talking about.
Yeah. It's 16.
There are two spells that might come to your mind that could be used for this. It could be either be that he's under the effect of Gaius, or it could be that he's under the effect of the modify memory spell. Which one it is, you're not very sure, but you do know
Second
that.
one is second one is definitely more familiar to him. The first one not so much. But yeah,
Yep.
you would definitely second.
I believe it's Gaius how you pronounce it, right?
It's
Or is
it's
it
Gesh.
Gesh? Gesh? Where's the H on it?
It's
It-
it's an
I think it's like
old
I
English.
think it's like in Gaelic or something. But whatever. It's
Ah.
pronounced Gesh.
Okay.
Yeah. Creed's gonna look back to Uzbag.
Are there means to destroy these body parts by chance? If not, what do you intend to do with them should she find them?
Well, there's no means of destroying said body parts, from what I know. We have been researching it. But so far nothing. Once we get the body parts, they are being sealed to be forgotten until we can find a way to destroy them.
They're also being tested.
We don't have intentions of using said parts.
Never said that. I'm talking about what can harm it and what can't. I'm sure
You meant like that. Sorry, I thought I imagined another way. Go ahead.
it's all good.
Well, we've been testing what can harm it. Last we tried, fire seems to work, but only temporarily.
Healing properties?
It just comes back. Unharmed, unscratched, and unsizzled.
Have you tried banishing or anything like that?
The last person that tried banishing one of the body parts exploded.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, goodness, that's interesting.
Gib- See, bloody giblets have been flew from about, I can say, for about a mile away of that person. So we've been quite careful with spells close to that thing. Once we had it.
So, above game. You said Creed remembered something,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
What exactly was it?
I was waiting for a moment to say it. As this is being mentioned, you remember the old world. A memory comes to you. It's beautiful. Buildings that are completely intact. You see transit that is on perfect synchronization. People doing their jobs, being free, doing what they want. You are nearby this grandiose statue made of made of what seems to be gold and silver of a humanoid like figure holding aloft a flaming sword. You cannot read the title of the name, but you know that this is someone important. What you do remember is that in that day everything became dark. Everything became almost like a dark void that you cannot really see anything. You know when you're lost in the darkness of a forest and every step you take is uncertain. You don't know if there's a rock in front of you. You don't know if there's a hole in front of you. Creatures around. All you could hear was the chaos and destruction when said darkness appeared. In the distance, sounds of what seems to be thunderous combat and conflict as you see you and other units very similar to you running towards a direction, but from each step they take, they would become lost and more lost, scattering. That's what you remember.
So, right now, Creed is assessing a lot of data right now in his memory banks. And one thing that's also coming to mind is what he discovered in that tome. What was the significance of that weapon again?
You do remember that there was a research about weapons called Furies that unfortunately, from what people tried, no mortal could wield it. So they were trying to either dilute its power or create something that could wield said weapons. The intention of it was to fight what apparently was a great evil.
Yeah, Creed's gonna just slowly turn his head to Oozbog.
By all means, my friend. It would be highly advised to meet with the Mechadendrons in regards to everything that you know and what they may know. There is plausible research that could aid us in destroying this.
Hmm. As I said before, I will be taking a visit to the Mechadron. But alas, now is not the time.
Yeah,
Well,
look,
I think you
I
had your
think we
questions now.
agreed. I think we overstayed our welcome, to be honest. I think we'll take our
Indeed.
leave.
yeah,
Thank you for having us.
Creed's gonna stay for a moment and look over to this sniper once more.
What fate do you intend for him? If anything, there are still opportunities for him to be useful and aiding us against this threat.
He looks back at you and says to you, well, by the laws of the city, he's a criminal, and he has took the lives of many innocents. Looks back at them. What happens to him is not truly at my hands, but at the hands of the people of the city. But I'm sure I can be persuasive enough to convince them otherwise of executing this man.
In his defense, he was not. He was admitted to this place under the guise of the individual Barry. Otherwise, he has various accounts of self-defense when it came to encountering the Harley Quinn. As made mention, she has means of enchanting others to go after one another. He may very well just be a victim of circumstances.
Perhaps, but you don't have really to convince me. You have to convince the other people that were affected by him. As for that, I do believe I do have my own questions to ask to you, soldier. Yes, sir.
Okay, so before he leaves, he's gonna stand right back up. A few programs are running through his head right now, and one of them is how to properly approach and comfort a human. And right now, one of them is advising him to provide him with a snack, with comfort food. So he's gonna go into his standardized military bag, pull out a Pendo box of food, and look to the sniper.
Would you like a cookie?
Damn it! Nice.
You look at the fact that he's in a straitjacket. Sure, but I can't really eat it.
Open your mouth. Throws it in
You-
the shuriken.
Yeah, he lightly puts it in his mouth and holds it out for him to chew on.
Just a situation where there's this very serious Jenner just staring you, feeding this man a cookie. As you finish feeding him the cookie, you do see that you are compelled to leave because you overstayed a little bit.
And I wanted to do a little thing.
What is it?
I was actually going to walk over to Erzberg. I believe he's still in the room. Well, since we know this information, I know this is awkward, but do you mind if we stay in touch? Just in case we find anything, of course. But if things become a bit more, then we'll let that be.
Very well.
All right.
We'll
Puts
be
his
glad
phone
to
down.
keep in touch. I believe with this whole situation, both of us are gonna need all the help we need.
I think so. He puts his phone on the table and slides it over to Erzberg.
Alright, he gives apparently a phone number to you.
All right.
I
And
unfortunately didn't type out an actual phone number for him, but I will type in the future.
All right, cool. Not a problem. So as he hands the phone back to Haven, all right. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to keep you updated, Urzi. He gives a wink and he casts invisibility, and he just disappears.
You.
And he's gonna walk out.
Strangely enough, he seems to for a while keep an eye on you as you turn invisible, but not for long.
Oh, he's got suicide, doesn't he?
No, he just has a high perception to keep up with you for just a little.
Damn it. I was gonna be. Oh, well. Yeah, he's gonna walk out.
You just buy invisibility. Here comes the special boy. Here comes the special boy.
I'm just gonna flirt with you, disappear, and walk out. Bye.
Meanwhile, Creed is feeding the last crumb to of the cookie to the prisoner.
Just very slowly, like waiting patiently as he eats it.
No, he's legit just waiting patiently.
He breaks it apart for him too, and he hits.
Yeah,
He's
once,
like, you deserve that cookie as you guys leave.
yeah. When he's finished, yeah, when he finished the cookie, Creed's gonna give a customary pat on the shoulder before he heads out. But before he does, he addresses Uzbog once more.
Let me give the war criminal cookies and head pats. Why is Skip shrinking? What are you doing?
By your assessment of the Harlequin's followers, there seems to be an individual in the cells down the hall that fits the description. Would there be any need for assisting in eliminating that individual as well?
I don't. Probably. Depends on how the things go.
I can stay on standby if need be to eliminate it.
Very well. But for now, the greatest favor you could do is give us a moment alone.
He'll nod and steps right out. And
Okay.
and in the meantime, he's gonna keep casting Divine Sense to detect any other evil presence that might be lurking about inside the prison until he steps
You
out.
get so many of those.
The only presence you feel is the fiendish aberration on the prison cell and his celestial-like presence.
Okay, and what of when they go upstairs, he'll do that as well. See if there's any. Because he remembers that the Harley Quinn can also shapeshift as well, so he's gonna keep an eye out as well, like that.
Smart, but you don't really notice anything for now.
Alrighty then. That's all I got.
Okay. You guys are free to discuss what the fuck just happened. Also, we'll be right back.
Okay,
Sure.
discuss it.
Alrighty.
Whew.
Yeah, Creed's just gonna
So
look
what
down at
now?
Creed's just gonna look down at Haven and say,
To what exactly was the purpose of turning invisible?
A little flare never hurt. That's what I was taught.
A little flirt never hurt. Thinks about session zero.
No, a little flare never hurt. But but that too.
I thought you were doing a funny rhyme.
That too. It's both.
Seemed unnecessary, but granted, you humans have your flaws. You do what you need to.
I guess so. To be perfectly honest, I would have thought that humanity would have been destroyed this world rather than a creature of sorts. But I guess I was wrong. Interesting information definitely was shared. That's for sure.
Indeed, there will be much to discuss when I'm reconnected with my clergy. Right now, there seems to be a disruption that's preventing me. Hopefully, to whatever communications Oozbag has, we can establish a better connection.
Let's see. Yes, I don't think you would get much of a, how you say, connection in these parts. Especially with, how it looks around here. There isn't much around. Go.
I was able to establish a connection at that bar you found me at, though there seemed to have been some disruptive static keeping me from my clergy. They could hear me, but I could not hear them entirely.
Interesting. Something about that doesn't bode well. At least to me. Especially with what we were talking about. But other than that,
You said prior that you've encountered these shadow shards previously. To what end was it needed to defeat these, and what exactly did you encounter when you faced off with it? Any and all information will be key.
right. Well, from what I remember, it was out in the street. I don't know, we heard a gunshot first, but we fought it and it was mostly weak to fire as stated back there. A friend of ours used oil and we blew it up. I think there was also grenades involved. We also heard explosions. Other than that, other materials, like I shot an arrow at it, it dissolved it. A lot of natural materials or weaker things were dissolved or crumbled and rusted away.
You stated prior to the interview that there was a disruption of magic of some sorts. Even Usbag said it could interfere with all machines as well. Was that relevant as well?
Yes. Yeah. It gave at least me and other magic users in our group a increasing headache of static and just fuzziness. It was hard to think, but if we could cast a spell, we could. But that's something there that something could go wrong. We just needed to thread the needle, as you say, which luckily we were able to for some. Mostly we were trying to fight physically. But I don't think we ever saw it interact with a machine before. That's the thing. Not sure if it's the same, if he's talking about the aberrations that are similar to Harlequin or shards themselves, or both. Hopefully that's not the case. It's just one or the other. At least that's what I got from it.
Yeah, you will see Creed's visor starts to flicker to various colors, from yellow to orange to various... Like it's just flickering in and out a lot before he just nods.
In that case, I will require another established connection with my clergy.
The only place that he knows that has Wi-Fi is Mandy's bar, so he's gonna start walking over there.
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
Alright. So, as you guys follow behind and rejoin, as you guys follow behind, you guys had your moment. You get back to the bar. Question, would the rest of the party stay at the bar? For a while, would you guys have left at this point?
I don't think we're still there.
Yeah, no, I'm still concerned about Mandy, so I would have stayed at the bar.
Alrighty. So after a while, by the way, Tobias, you look at the quest board. Tobias.
No,
Yeah.
no, weeb. It's weeb.
Weave.
Yeah.
Do you look at the quest board?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You do see that there is a couple quests there. You see that there's about 5 bounties. Let me just take my my notes about here because I have a Google Doc where I place the bounties. You see that one of the bounties is for the Harlequin of Hatred herself. She has a bounty of $50,000 on her head.
Only 50,000.
Price better be negotiable.
The other bounty that you find is a bounty for a man, for apparently a man named Fang.
What just happened? Who left?
That's a good question.
Oh, it was
Who
Birch.
just changed?
What's a Birch?
Okay.
Continue, Papa.
You do see that there's a bounty for a man named Birch. Not Birch,
Damn.
I'm putting a bounty on you, Birch. I got confused because I said Birch. No, for a man named Fang. Seems to be a young man. Seems to be about his 18s. Early 20s.
What's the reason for the bounty?
For what it seems to be a group of what it seems to be by a group named as the Warriors of Argynvost. That they apparently they this man killed their leader and they want revenge, but they cannot find him anymore, so they're placing a bounty on his head. Strangely enough, you never heard of these so-called Warriors of Argynvost. It's a new name.
Wow.
By the way, there's like a laundry list
Yeah,
for the Harlequin's crimes. Like you,
Tobias will take both of those bounties.
That's a big ass rap sheet.
yeah, it's like
Gotta roll
it's like
it
you
out.
are it's like you're pulling.
Read this off. It's gonna be great.
It's like you like go pulling. Holy shit! It keeps going. Just keeps going. You've been there like for 2 minutes. Holy shit!
I pick it up and I like put my finger, run it down the page, and it's just like keeps flipping out.
Something, jaywalking, something.
Jaywalking's on there.
Dabbing without a license.
Hey, releasing dead memes after the apocalypse. That's a crime.
The other 2 bounties are
Maybe your hands in an elevator.
the other. The other 2 bounties are not really bounties; are more like hunt requests. The first one is to hunt down a creature known as that has been nicknamed the Dragoon. It's said to be an invasive, some kind of invasive species that have a lizard-like appearance, almost similar to depictions of old dragons, but they seem to be some sort of ambush predator. They have been causing a lot of damage to the very small ecosystem that already exists, and they want these creatures hunted out. It does say that there are some quite powerful monsters, but that they're willing to pay for the body of the creature for both research reasons and getting rid of it. Not only $2,000, but also something called a bag of holding.
It's probably just fancy pants saying bag.
Don't you dare. I need that shit.
Don't you already
Like,
have one?
I'm gonna have Tobias roll an intelligence check.
How big is Tobias' brain?
Is it okay if I have him roll an intelligence check?
Roman Arcana.
Alright.
I mean, didn't we already get one
Yeah,
from the
just,
sniper?
just some.
You guys don't have you guys don't
fucking smart Alex.
you guys don't have a bag of holding. You guys have a bag of preserving.
Big difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a big
what's
refrigerator.
what was how much for it? Was it how much was the bounty?
$2,000 in a bag of holding. There's also something else there.
Be smart, Alex. Stupid. It's just a bag. If anyone else is up there, it's just they're all like this fucking idiot.
I mean,
Bag.
Turn off the bias, you upset.
It's like saying a gun
Bag
of
of holding.
shooting.
Maris, Maris,
Good
There-
shooting.
Maris, you did hear him saying bag of holding. Immediately, you know what that shit is.
It's just like it's just bag. It's just gun of shooting.
Okay.
That's stupid.
I could have sworn I said this a while back. I could be wrong. Maris has a bag of holding.
Does he? Oh yeah, you are an artificer, aren't you?
I think you might have said it to me.
Can
Yeah, they mentioned it, and Maris was just like shifty, keeping his bag close to himself. There's a reason why he has like full-on robot parts and things.
You know what? That's
It
valid.
doesn't seem.
I
That's
don't want to mention
amazing.
it, but could you please bring that up in universe?
That's
No.
a good point.
Don't.
Okay, well, you know,
Never.
Hey, yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Please.
Well, what's the other? What's the other thing? What's the other thing?
You don't gotta. We're just gonna go to entirely.
You don't have a character reason
strangle
to.
you.
You don't have a character reason to reveal.
Oh.
Well, what's the other hunt request?
All right.
Not.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Good.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
What's the other quest?
The other quest is to hunt what seems to be a pack of owlbears. That it seems to be a pack of owlbears that have migrated, and they fucking ravaged they ravaged a large group of survivors. There were only 2 survivors left out of that slaughter.
Huh.
So an owl bear?
Yep.
Would they be common enough where Tobias would just know without rolling, or is it still like a?
You do know that the owlbear is a common monster, more towards the direction of the Golden Lands, where there are more forests. But you know they have adapted for the desert as well. They're quite adaptable monsters.
Mhm.
You do know that they are quite menacing because there are some flying menacing motherfuckers that will rip you to
Can't
shreds
be.
if you get too close.
Can't be worse than the wyverns. Tobias will go down with all of them. He's while he's walking down the stairs. He's like, "Yeah, we got this stupid job for a bag of holding." Some smart Alex saying a bag. He's like a gun of shooting.
I like bags.
Yeah,
And I
and
like holding things.
you do see
Yeah,
that
sure.
you do see that the reward for the owlbears is 200 gold is $200 per owlbear that you kill with proof, and if you manage to kill the whole pack, there is a item that they are willing to sell to give as a bonus reward that is a mortar.
A mortar, like a bomb.
More like a bomb launching device.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a mortar.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well,
Hello? Can you hear me?
yeah.
Hear you.
We
What happened
can hear you. We can.
We can, yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
The tomato
poison.
soup.
Tomato soup?
If he's saying anything right now, we actually can't hear him.
Bob?
Oh,
I think his internet might be fucking up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what winds up happening to me.
Popo, say words.
Yeah,
Uh,
No, there you are. What happened here? Were you able to talk there?
Baba Booey. Baba
Yes.
Booey.
Baba
We
Booey.
can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, boy.
We can hear you.
Inga
Okay, wait.
Buka.
All right, I can decently hear you folks.
Wait, so
Yeah.
could you not hear us?
No, I couldn't hear shit.
Okay, that
Oh,
happens
I
sometimes.
see.
It's just Discord.
Okay.
That's
what
why-
was the last thing you heard? Or do I need to repeat what I said?
Look at these idiots. Is stop talking about a bag of holding. It's like talking about a gun of shooting.
Okay, that's
Fucking
the last thing they all said.
I-
Now we're asking what the other question was.
That's the last thing I heard.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we already know what the other question is. The owlbear.
Goblin, what is it?
Skip was like, I like bags and holding things. Can we do that one?
But then you got told about the other one, which had the mortar.
This one, owl bears, you know what they are. This one's cutting down a kid. It's dull, but better someone at least good intentions gets there before someone with bad intentions.
Yes, of course. So wait, saving them from where exactly?
Not saving kids. The bounty's on the kid.
Wait. What's the whole entire job then?
Well, one of them is, yeah.
No, I'm saying, what's the job? What's the context of the job?
It'll show them the I'm forgetting her name. He'll look down at the what was the bandit? Oh, not bandit group. The one that the leader died. What was their name again?
It was the Warriors of Argynvost. They placed a bounty on a very young man by the name of Fang that apparently has killed their leader.
That name, probably some street name, makes stuff tougher. I don't know anyone who named their kid Fang.
That sounds like something you'd name yourself if you were an orphan.
So yeah, probably some tough kid. Probably got something. He probably did something or accidentally killed the guy. I doubt. I've never heard of this group before, but I doubt anyone that young could just shoot, kill somebody.
Poison.
I'm not much older, but
Poison. Would I be able to, with my knowledge of world, would I be able to know what the warriors are?
Warriors of Argynvost?
Yeah.
the warriors.
Them, the ultimate fighting group. I'm actually gonna say for everyone that is in the bar, roll me history checks about the Warriors of Argynvost.
All right.
Hooray!
Strangely enough, Skip, this is one of the things you would know.
17.
Hey. Brain.
Ha. Why'd you roll it twice?
First time didn't go through.
Oh, okay.
I thought I just didn't click it.
Alright, so. Maris, who the fuck are these nerds? Barry, you actually remember you saw two warriors of Argynvost being bodyguarding the crow, being Mr. Shiv. It was they were those guys with the red armor and the flaming swords.
So those guys are almost, or sort of on a level.
Yeah. You do know that Barry and Skip, you would know that from tale and folklore that long ago there used to be on the northeast wasteland a group known as the Warriors of Argynvost. They were extremely powerful warriors that were conquerors that would go to city, conquering and pillaging wherever they went. Tales and folklore said that 10 years ago, the leader of said group was challenged to a duel to the death by some sort of legendary flaming warrior, and in their duel, Argynvost was defeated.
What? Okay.
And
There's obvious contradiction here.
This legendary flaming warrior was known as the Phoenix Warrior, from what you know, Barry and Skip.
There was this weird storybook I found about a big guy who went around taking places like those guys we saw earlier, and he got beat by a phoenix guy.
Yes, I don't know the story about a kid beating them, especially one named Fang. Seems a bit odd for the. It's a bit more confusing than anything. I sort of want to check out the. Maybe I'm not sure.
I want to see what
Probably
Fang-
better
Can I-
that we take care of it, and then it's like some random guy just says, "Oh, I'll kill a kid for how much more dollars."
Can I, really quick though, can I make an Arcana check seeing as a bag of holding's been brought up to me now?
Nah, sure.
You this mythic item from your fellow garbage connoisseurs. It holds more than you can possibly.
Skip, you heard in legend a bag where you could shove as much junk as you want.
Oh,
Maybe that's it.
wait.
Maybe that's the legendary trash bag.
oh, wait a minute. But that's like a bottomless
Maybe.
bag. I really want that.
I'm more intrigued on going into it with the quest about Fang. Maybe the king was falsely accused or something like that. It seems more deep than the surface level. What would you guys be interested in?
Oh yeah, also there's the bounty on the Harlequin.
What there's what?
You know, bounty on that Harlequin of hatred, whatever color.
Yes, but I have a very, very weird feeling that we wouldn't be able to take her on by ourselves.
As you're talking, Tobias will pull it out, and it's just like an accordion, just like all the fucking paper.
I really want to do. I want to really want to get that bag of holding. That sounds good.
Unfolds like a country map.
You guys still haven't heard any other like Tobias. What would you be into with this?
I'm fine with any of them. That's why I brought them all down here.
You do
No.
hear a. Y'all do hear as the door opens. And you do see Creed and Haven.
There they are.
Perfect timing.
Hi.
All right. Well, how was your little meeting? Since you had a little bang over here.
Mandy's upstairs.
Oh, it's a shame.
Where is she right now?
She went upstairs.
She's upstairs.
It's truly
The
a shame.
The robots are keeping a watch on you guys, but they don't really kick you out. They just let you guys be.
Honestly, it's truly a shame. Those Vulcan warriors weren't too kind to her. Apparently, she's a traitor for the Republic.
But currently we're looking for more jobs we can take as a team.
I really want to take this one. She holds up the dragoon poster.
I want to.
Anything.
It's just Kane Highwind. Not just messing.
We'll do that job first, then for the Owlbear one, we could just stuff all the heads in the bag.
Oh,
I'm more interested in taking.
I could use some new clothes.
And I hold up the one with like the warriors.
That one should definitely take center stage.
What did you say? We make your
That
bag
one,
out?
that one should definitely take center stage.
No, I agree. I just the bag and owlbear ones that could be dealt with at any time. This one right here seems sort of urgent.
Can we still take the good dragoon one though?
Yeah, we can take it, of course, but we gotta have an order with this kind of stuff. You know?
Okay.
Everything is respective to time.
Skip will give the dragoon thing back to Tobias because he knows how to officiate that stuff.
But that's what we've been doing with our time. How did your meeting with the sniper go?
Well, we did get a lot of information about how, I guess, things went in his perspective of how things happened. The aberrations came from the sea and ravaged his platoon, killing hundreds of men, leaving him alone in a wasteland, pretty much driving him mad. Obviously, he was actually very calm, surprisingly enough. Seems to be doing well. I mean, other than that, we have a new contact. I have a new contact. The leader, Ursberg, of the Golden Cavalry. Yes.
So a new contact for what exactly?
Well, apparently there are some parts of this calamity beast out there somewhere, and I want to find it. And probably they're trying to figure out a way to destroy the pieces, because that is what the Harlequin is after. But yes. Mm-hmm. Other than that, yes.
All right then. It's a lot of information, but I'm sure we can actually parse this out soon enough, and hopefully get some parts of those calamity beasts or whatever that is.
Yes, I also made sure to make note of, I guess, where we should go in case we can. Well, it's going to be in an area southeast in the mountains. I don't know if we should go there intentionally, but just in case, if we do, we'll keep an eye out for a rift of some sort, just to see what we see.
Shit!
Sorry, I tried to be smooth about it.
It's fine. It's fine. It just scared me. That's all.
It's fine. Keep going.
Keep going. Locke, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. Are there any holes in my story, Creed? I think I covered almost everything.
Right now, the thing is, the second that Creed gets into the bar, he's gonna establish connection again and trying to relay everything back to his guards and clergy, so he's just stiffening up right now.
Yeah, he just kind of he walked off. He's like, I gotta make.
No, he just walks in and just statuettes right there and then, making a connection.
Dude, I'm like, oh, okay, and I just walk on and meet everyone.
He's like, Creed, what do you think? And he's just standing in the corner, T-posing and making dial-up tone noises.
I just like to imagine somebody walks in and just use him as a coat rack.
If you're standing, I can totally see someone like accidentally like walking into you. He's like, "Oh, excuse me," and he's just looking up at you like, "What the frick?" And it's like,
someone's drunk ass just walks into me and says apologies, but then they get angry because I'm not responding and starts trying to start a fight. Why you?
It's like trying to start a
who do you think you are? I apologize.
One of those soft-looking robots places a coat on the arm of a T-posing Creed.
So, did I make connection with my clergy this time? Did the signal buffer out this time?
Still a bit laggy, but you're conveying what you have to convey.
Yeah, okay, so he's gonna for sake of brevity take note of everything that he was informed with and inform them that trying to get in connection with the cons and such regarding this threat. And if anything, maybe have any say he might be standing by for orders from them. Because he doesn't know what to do now.
Okay.
He doesn't
Back
know
to
his
the,
directive.
Alrighty. Back to the party.
Ah, yes, very good feedback, Creed. Okay. Other than
Literally.
that,
Okay.
other than that, no. This is the reaction to him just standing there. He's like, yes, very good feedback. Other than that, well, at least he's doing well, I guess. He's being interrogated currently by Erzberg and the Khans, I believe that they were called. Yes.
Yeah, Creature's gonna speak out abruptly once he's done relaying everything.
Barry,
Yeah.
you were the one that instituted the man. There may be need for you to have him escorted out of the prison. He may still be of use that could help us aid against this atrocity that may be coming in.
He can still, like, move and think. He's fine right now, right?
Correct, though he may still be in danger with the Harley Quinn and her cult. There was information of them creating monstrosities of some sorts, and there was one individual within the cell that matched the descriptions of these monsters. If anything, I feel he is in best custody within his own clan than inside that prison right now.
That's fair, but I'm not sure if I have any place to keep him that's safe.
It would be advised to hand him over to the Khans as soon as possible. Well, as of right now, from what I've gathered on this Harley Quinn, she is capable of manipulating many people through various charms and deceptions to make people hostile towards one another. By my assessment, he seems to be simply a victim of circumstances with her.
I can definitely see that, and to be honest, he would be safer with them than us. We already have our own problem to deal with.
To what degree?
Orcs? That's something the militia's gonna have to deal with in some time. And also, maybe more of the shadow creatures if they do happen to get near this town. So, again, anywhere, we aren't exactly the safest place. But, if you need me to escort him over to them, just give me the time.
As soon as possible would be advised.
We'll do it before we leave off for any of these quests that we've been looking into, then. Does that add up?
Yeah, again. Creed is on standby from direct orders from his clergy because he has no directive right now. That's just how he is.
Yeah. can't do much. No Wi-Fi.
Skip is just looking back and forth as this conversation goes on, completely lost. She just wants a new bag.
Oh.
She's just trying to grow. Did Poison die?
I'm here. I'm just waiting on your guys' decision of what you guys want to do.
Okay, fuck. I thought you left. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I didn't. I was here the whole time. I'm just waiting on you guys to decide what you want to do. I gave option. I laid the options. You guys may decide as you wish.
Right.
Skip
Well.
looks at Tobias for like, what do we do? that kind of thing.
So, Tobias, when would you want to leave out for these quests?
I mean, what were they? Do they have a location on those bounties of last they seen, or no?
Yeah, he'll check for last scene. I know
They do.
for the 18-year-old Fang, it was like, well, we don't know where he is.
For Fang himself, the last place he was ever seen was the Northeast Wasteland, and that was 2 years ago. There is a description that there have been rumors that this said Fang is nearby is in the Southern Wasteland, but there's no confirmations.
Can I ask something? Nobody
Yeah.
asked what the reward for Fang's capture is.
It's
Barry
8,000
wasn't here for the reward, but yeah, that makes sense.
It's $8,000 dollars.
Okay, cool. I'll write that down.
Also, for the sake of brevity, did we need to ask to get our weapons back when we exit the prison?
You guys got it back. So once you exited prison, you don't need to worry about it.
Just
They
making
give it all
sure.
back.
Just checking.
8,000 G for Fang. Oh, and did you get my text poison about what was the one for the bag of holding? Like, which bounty was that?
The one for the bag of holding was the one for the dragoons.
Okay.
Being, I believe it was $2,000 dollars and the bag of holding.
Because I'm just writing this all down in the general notes to refer to later. And probably locations as well.
I'm kind of interested in the mortar.
Yeah, the mortar is for each owlbear that you kill from the flock that has been intruding, you get $2,000, and if you kill all of the owlbears from the flock, you get the mortar as a bonus reward. The mortar is an
Go ahead. You go ahead.
the mortar is just an extra reward if you manage to do the quest. Like 100%.
Is all the... Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, where were the owlbears last seen?
The owlbears was last seen nearby the frontier between the Southern Wasteland and the Republic territory, specifically nearby what is called. Let me see on my notes. What it seems to be a place called the Abandoned Mariposa. Seems to be an old military institution that is hidden among, surprisingly enough, forest. It's one of the very few patches of forest in the wasteland.
Are these contracts on display? Or are they left out on the table for us to see?
They're on display on the table. They're like on the table because they were like on a little quest board.
Okay, Creed's gonna go over to the one that has the Harley Quinn on it and just start scanning all the various crimes that she has listed.
She has at least 600 offenses done.
Oh boy.
He'll log each and every one of them.
I actually do want like a Google Doc with each crime she's committed.
Do you really want that shit? You're gonna be reading
really
it for a
want
while.
Yeah,
Really
that's
want
hilarious.
And then I'm fine with it being regretty, but like if we ever like by the time we actually beat her or something, and we bring her in, and then this like some like guard has to read up. So these are your crimes. You have grand larceny, resurrection of those who do not wish to be resurrected.
Theft auto.
I'm just thinking of that one addendum from the SCPs of what Dr. Bright is not allowed to do anymore. Because he keeps doing shit that fucks everyone over.
Yeah.
Another thing I also was curious as who posted the wanted notice on her? Is there a name?
There are multiple people that are interested in the Harley Quinn.
Such as?
The Republic is interested in Harley Quinn. The cons are interested in Harley Quinn. There is a person by the name of let me check my notes. There's a person by the name of Valantros that is interested in the head of the Harley Quinn. The Republic of David is interested on the Harley Quinn. The Ilfildar, I believe Ilfildar is just making sure. Yeah, I believe the Infildar Empire. That's new for you, Haven and Tobias. Are interested in the Harley Quinn's head.
The Ilfidar what? Excuse me?
Empire.
Oh, okay.
That's new.
That's definitely new.
Trouble on the home front, alright?
Wait, the what?
The Mechadrune is interested in the head of the Harley Quinn. A group known as the Great Talons are interested in her head, and I could go on.
Wow.
Every faction
What the
ever
fuck did she
wants
do in
to-
our hometown? What the fuck? Why are you going there? Well, actually, I don't blame her for going there. People are freaking throwing their lives away trying to get into political power. I don't even want to go into that. God.
Would it be accessible for me to do a history check in some of these names? Just to get some brevity of what they're all about?
Ifildar is known as the Golden Lands. It's one of the most prosperous lands of the Wasteland. It's where they're where the economy is the best. So much that they have the most valuable currency that are chips. There literally are like small little pale gold chips that they use as currency. They're similar to golden coins, but they are a little bit more valuable actually. The Republic, the Khan Empire, which one did you have curiosity on?
What was his name? Volantris? Or what?
Yeah. I was actually curious.
Valantros is a very well-known figure. Roll me a history check.
Oh boy. I messed that. Oh, 21.
21.
Nice.
Valantros is a curious figure because here's the thing that is curious about him. He is his own nation and he is his own army. How? Well, nobody knows how or why, but Valantros has a clone army of himself. And he sees himself as the most beautiful, charming, and smart person in the Wasteland.
Oh boy.
So
Honestly,
does each clone of him.
To be honest, with a name like Valentris, I should have seen this coming.
Why the name Valentus? Why did that tip you over?
I don't know. It's just a name that's like so extravagant that of course he'd name himself something like that, or somebody would give him a name.
Not only the piece of land that he rules is named Valentris, but everything is named after him.
Of course it is.
Like Valensoda.
All the handsome Jack vibes.
God damn.
The crime that is for Valantris was for daring calling him ugly.
Oh.
On his face. That's the crime.
She taped it too. She's gonna. Oh, this is going on stream. She just taped it. She's calling him ugly. And he freaks out on stream.
She went on a whole like.
Oh no!
Heart ramp.
She did something nastier.
Oh, I bet.
Pinky.
Who was?
So chaotic. What the fuck, dude?
Wow, this is
Remember, the setting is Wacky Wahoo Pizza Man. And
Yeah,
I actually, as we read the bounties, I actually gonna call the session here because it's getting quite late.
Ah,
that's fair.
fair enough.
It is.
We've been got the
Like
bounties
5
for
here.
a lot.
we can.
So yeah, I
go
hope you guys
inside.
enjoyed the session.
I had a great
Yeah.
time. It's
Oh
just
yeah, that was
Let's
great.
cut the video there.
there's a lot of info in this session, and I definitely got like half of it because my brain doesn't process information correctly.
I mean, I made sure to write down the location of wherever he was talking about with the whole southeast mountains and the between the edges of darkness and light and
I wrote that shit
all
down
that
too.
crap. Yeah, and the bounties,
Also,
and his experience, the battalion being destroyed. That's all. That's all I got, really.
you sly
Which-
dog,
in-
you.
General notes, so that everybody can access it.
Hey, that's
Also, think. Well, I wonder what you're talking about.
You sly fuck you.
I wonder what you're talking about.
curious. This is for my own preference. Is Joseph Glitterbane on that wanted board as well of people who wanted the Harley Quinn?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Weird enough. Nope.
Yeah,
I'm
but fuck
going
with
to
them then.
leave because I need to go to the bathroom.
Not yet.
Same. And it's like
So-
11 at night.
I will talk to you guys later. Ugh, fuck.
Bye bye.